All right, now the time has come. Father and daughter. Yeah, we're going to get into
But look
that.
at all your paper marks in there. Like you did homework.
Just
I love
because
it.
I can't keep track of things. I have
All
a
right.
bad memory. Father and daughter, Ryan and Tatum O'Neal, co-starring in their own reality show on the Oprah Winfrey Network.
Patty reminded me that it's time to stop worrying so much about myself and to help others. So I found a program called the Hollywood Arts Program, and I started to see what I could do there. Hey, how are you?
Hi, Tatum. How are you?
Good.
So today we have an improv class that we'd love for you to watch.
I would love that.
Great. Hollywood Arts works with
Welcome, everybody. Tatum O'Neal. It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Your book was so fun to read.
No,
and yet
fun?
At the same,
Really?
Fun is a tough...
Painful and
Painful, and yet it made us all get to know you better.
Oh, boy, thank you.
I really did.
You marked it.
I really did.
How are you? Good to see you. We know each other from the famous Tracy Cunningham.
We like to get blonde together.
Yeah.
Who you thank in your book? I read it last night.
She's lovely. How can you not
she's
thank
the whole
her?
thing.
Do I go here?
You go right there.
Oh, I could start reading tablets
Yeah, what do you
right
want?
now.
Want me
Let's
to-
see.
I bet what you,
You have
want
to
is me
tell
to
me about
remove
the
those.
casting. I didn't. So tell me. So what did you ask her? And let me see if I'll get up.
It was before the interview.
Ask me, and maybe I'll.
She didn't even make it out here.
Are you kidding?
She was
it was the
upset
pre-interview.
At the,
No,
the
it was just
intro
right
that
here.
Jeff was reading into the clip to set up the
Never
interview.
actually sat down.
Never sat down.
Yeah, we said that
Wasn't us.
basically we said that she'd broken up with Jesse James, which is true 2 days before it had gone viral, but whatever.
Wow.
So let's talk about you.
And I have broken up with my dad a few times.
Yes,
so-
you have, but you're
Okay,
not going to walk
thank you.
out.
Okay, now I'm back.
Oh, but you broke up with your dad for a long time.
We did. We broke up for a
20,
bit.
26 years?
Well, I don't want to age myself too much, but there
Well, you
was
did
some...
it in the book, so I think that's what the book
Okay,
says.
See, because where did he
No,
marked it
it's
down on
about
page.
25 years, 26 years. Yeah,
But you also talk about not just your relationship with Ryan, your father, but your relationship with your husband, John McEnroe, at the time, and how you were a baby and sort of, having babies and giving up the whole acting thing too.
Because you just have some little ones, don't you?
Yes, and I can understand. Gosh, it's so interesting. I have so much to talk to you about. The parallels in your life about the men. Not that they were controlling, but you were a pleaser. You are such a pleaser, and sometimes we go to places that to hide, to numb our stuff. Maybe yours was maybe
I just think I needed to leave Los Angeles. I needed to leave Hollywood. I needed to kind of grow up. If you think about it, I was sort of at the Lindsay Lohan age, and I had been a child actor.
Yeah.
And it was a perfect opportunity to do something else. I became a mother, and I became a tennis wife. And I...
Did you feel like you sort of put yourself on hold then?
But I don't know where I was going.
Okay.
Like, see, I had become a little bit rudderless or a little bit ship captainless. I didn't know where. So I think once I met John and I realized that what I wanted to do was be a mother, and it started to ground me, then I started to look back at my career and back at Los Angeles and back at Hollywood and think, maybe this is something I can do.
You started the book.
Of course, that was not an option when we were together.
Right, and also when you lost...
Your upbringing was crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
it's
really
crazy.
crazy.
It was really crazy. I mean, it was like
It was
you can't have an upbringing like that anymore.
I was fascinated that you guys, you and Griffin, your brother, lived on your own so young and did your thing, and it was like, I don't want to go to school anymore. Okay, cool, don't go.
Let's go to Big Sur.
Yeah.
Let's go live in Big Sur.
Yeah, and also the other family ties that when you lost the kids, it was sort of this spiraling downward spiral.
Well, it was becoming, before I lost the kids, it was drugs and alcohol.
Of course.
And
But that sunk you further in because it was your friend. It's like this deceitful friend. The drugs and alcohol will take me away from my pain.
Well, yeah, it's sort of like, this is the one thing that makes me feel better, really. I can't do this. Are you kidding? And then having the kids really brought me back and put me back into, this is as a parent, as a mother, that I don't get to do that. Like, it's not an option. And I'm really glad I was able to get back, because most mothers, most women who go to where I went can't come back.
But, I was watching the show last night.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And your dad, maybe he's joking.
Right.
But you have been clean and sober for a long time, and he's basically handing you tequila. Was he joking?
He likes to joke. Like, he's got a funny
He's got a
sense
very
of
He
humor.
doesn't
sense
get
of
it.
humor.
You point out in your book that he really just doesn't get it sometimes. And the way you begin this book is you say, more than anything else, this is a book about a father and a daughter.
Right.
The relationship.
And I found it interesting, Tatum, that yet you interchanged without seeming to know why, at least for the reader, when you called him Dad
and
when you called him Ryan.
I know.
Why is that?
I'm learning. Look, this whole thing happened on real time. My show, my relationship with him, everything, the book, it all sort of happened day by day as this whole thing is, as you're watching it, as it's been unfolding. For sure, the love that was there between us is so great and so big that it created Paper Moon.
There's your son, who's so gorgeous.
Oh,
Your kids are gorgeous.
That was at Kevin's Skidmore graduation.
So that's Emily,
Kevin, and Sean. The big one is Kevin on the blonde on the left, and Sean is on the right.
And it was Sean who brought you together.
And because his acting career was sort of going towards he's now changed and wants to be a musician singer. But that was a great way for them to communicate and get to know each other, and they're still sort of friendly, but I thought
it was interesting when you guys were, I think it was Kevin's birthday dinner, and Ryan left him on the side of the road in La Cienega. Was it?
Well, I wasn't there, but Sean called me and said, "Could you please pick me up?"
Oh, Sean, it was Sean.
Yeah, because he has a temper. Like this is the thing. Like I don't know if you guys have parents that have a temper. My dad has a temper.
Well, it's an unstable atmosphere to live in, so you're always like on eggshells.
And you kind of like when I was little, I rested my moods very much on what his moods were. Yeah. If he's going to be in a good mood today, my life's going to be okay. If it isn't, I don't know what I'm going to do. And that was hard. That was the hardest.
The reason that Ryan kicked him out of the car was because Sean said he didn't want to be on the show.
Right, and I could see from my dad's point of view.
Right.
Go ahead.
And Ryan felt like he was being assailed, and his profession was almost being assailed to an extent because, it's like, hey, you're no Marlon Brando. Brando didn't do it, and he named another actor.
That's what Sean said. It's too funny. He said, I'm not going to do something like that and get into the business. Also, he didn't want to come in the back door. If he's going to do something, he wants to do it on his own merit. And I believe that.
You shared a moment. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I think my dad wanted to have a little wingman. Like I feel like he wanted that comfortability because I give my dad a lot of credit for doing the show because he was willing in a very difficult relationship, in a very difficult circumstance, to talk about stuff that he doesn't want to talk about, that he isn't proud of, and that he isn't even sure that he even remembers happened.
Well, it's different when you're in recovery as you are. You talk about things. That's your only sick is your secret. So it heals you, and he's not there.
How are you guys now? Because I saw you guys shooting the show because you were, in and around Malibu, and it still seemed awkward.
Oh, were you there? Were you at that restaurant?
At Terra,
were you really?
Yeah.
That was an awkward night. I learned that as this show is halfway through, that it is about my changing. It is about what I can forgive today, that he doesn't have to change, that I've done. I've become the woman that I needed to be by trying to ask the question. Yeah. And if I go forward and if I do another season, it'll be about, like, what can I give to my dad that he can sort of be the best man he can be without going, hey, answer the question. Because I realize that you don't have to make your parent do that anymore.
Right.
You are who you are now, and no matter what he says, I can't change
You're in a very good place right now. How did you get there?
Well, if you read the book, I mean, you talk about, there's an episode that you talk about Emily.
A lot of hard work.
You talk about Emily.
A lot of hard work, a lot of hard knocks. A lot of everything, a lot of trying to be the best that you can be.
Can I just get Tatum to answer your question on me? I think you tried to, but so where are you and Ryan now?
I'm going to see him on Sunday.
You are?
Yeah. I'm going to go down and see him on Sunday. Like splashing my hand on the thing. Hi, Peter Morgan. Where is he? Okay. And I'm in a very good place. So I'm in the place as a daughter that I can try to give back. That doesn't mean I'm not boundaryless. It just means that I want to see, my dad has a lot to offer still. He's alive. I have an opportunity to have a good experience with him.
He's a funny guy.
He is. He's got a lot of great qualities.
I was going to mention, as a parent, you talked about Emily at the Earth Cafe, that moment you guys had, where she was talking about a recital and how it's just all growing, isn't it? It's just all growth and recognition.
Well, I think listen, I don't think any of you have had substance abuse issues. It is not a good
have them in our family.
Feeling to have your daughter say to you that she went on stage knowing that you weren't fully there. Yeah. And all I can do is be a living amends to that child every day who's sleeping at my apartment right now.
But you are fully here now because I
Oh, for sure. Oh, God.
So, and happier.
Emotions intact. Tatum O'Neal, thank you so
much.
I want everyone to know.
And thank you for not walking out.
The name of the book is Found. If you want to get to know Tatum O'Neal, trust me, this is an unguarded account of her life. A thoroughly enjoying read.
And Sunday, your show debuts on Oprah's network.
Yes, at 10 o'clock.
What a wonderful place to be. You talked about the Oprah party and how important it was and what a big monumental moment when Oprah got up and spoke. And you guys are part of that network. Yeah. And it's not a negative thing that you're doing. It's really positive.
Sunday at 10 p.m. on the Oprah network.
And how about having Oprah in my life?
How about that?
For a motherless daughter,
it's nice.
Yeah, that's a nice feeling.
Step in, Mom.
She's helped a lot of women.
Yeah.